side, to your point, I'm going to read a quote here from Noah Bookbinder, who is part of an organization much like yours. He says every court or decision-making body that has substantially examined the issue has determined January 6th was an insurrection and that Donald Trump did incite it. That remains true today. He's the president of Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. So my guess is that you agree less with Justice Barrett and more with Mr. Bookbinder.
Well, this is just exactly what happened after the Civil War. During the initial period of Reconstruction, when this provision of the Constitution was being actively enforced, it did keep insurrectionists out of power at state, local office, and federal office. But then the voices like those of Justice Barrett pushed for what they called at the time reconciliation, and they allowed ex-Confederates to run for office again. And many of the leadership of the Confederacy then returned to power, and that's what gave rise to Jim Crow and an era of white supremacist terror, unfortunately, starting in the late 19th century. So this is a familiar theme that we've heard before, but the lesson of Section 3 and the people who wrote it after the Civil War is that we learned a bloody lesson, which is that those who violated their oath to the Constitution once before will do it again, and even worse if they're allowed back into power. Unfortunately, the U.S. Supreme Court has made it much harder to enforce that provision of the Constitution today, but it remains a bedrock principle, and we can expect that if Donald Trump comes anywhere near the presidency, we're going to see a repeat of January 6th or far worse.